Thank you for waiting, and we'd like to move on to the Part 2 roundtable. Technological and organizational solutions to improve well-being in the work environment is the theme, and we will hear the report and discussion from the companies and the organizations in Japan and overseas. We are going to have the round table, and the panelists on the stage will be introduced. The chairman at the IGZAP, Mr. Mukaidono Masao Mukaidono. And at MHLW, the Labor Standard Bureau, the director, Mr. Hideo Kamaishi, and the director at the International Electrotechnology Standardization at METI, Mr. Tatsuoka Takeshige, and the Vice President at the Siemens AG, the Occupational Safety, and Ms. Andres Hernandez, and from the Sumitomo Life Insurance, the Senior Executive Officer, the Mr. Hiroki Fujimoto. These are the 5 panelists who will discuss, and the moderator for the roundtable C will be served by the director at IGZAP, Mr. Kajiya Toshiyuki Kajiya. Now, Mr. Kajiya, would you please? Hello, everyone. To Osaka, thank you very much. Together, as an Osakan, I'm so happy to meet you here. Well, it was introduced, the round table C, and I'm going to serve as MC for the table, and I'm Kajiya from IGZAP. Well, the time is quite limited when we hear the presentations. So how to proceed? Well, the 5 speakers will talk without any stop in between, and then we will hear the discussion at the very end of these presentations. I think that's the format we would like to proceed. Now, without further ado, we'd like to jump to the first presentation, which will be by IGZAP Chairman, Dr. Mukaidono, who is also the Professor Emeritus at Meiji Universities. The title of his presentation is A New Mindset for Occupational Health and Safety Activities, from Negative Aspects to Positive Aspects. So, Mr. Mukaidono, would you please? Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint? My point is just one. The technologists and engineers need to change the mindset. That's my proposal, and it's quite simple. It was negative aspect, reducing risks and reducing the danger. However, we need to be more proactive and positive and forward-looking when we think about safety. And there are 2 backgrounds why we reached this proposal. First, what is the definition of safety? ISO in the guide provides us. So safety is defined as the freedom from risk, which is not tolerable. So this is like a double negative in Japanese, but the English safety is very interesting because, as I wrote, read safety is defined as freedom from risk, which is not tolerable. It has a negative aspect. meaning reducing risk, but also we will be freed up from risk so that we will be more happy and the proactive or the active. So in Japanese language, we just see negative expressions, but the original definition has a positive aspect because this is free from risk. And moving forward, my point for today is that looking back the history of the safety, well, that safety was the main pillar, including no injury and no risky things. That was the concept. But now we have Vision Zero and the well-being. Not only safety, but well-being and healthiness are the trend. So this is a global trend. Not only safety, but health and well-being, which has more positive aspect. So for that, we'd like to see the utmost goal of safety, and the Vision Zero has a goal for the well-being. Well, safety, health, and well-being, all these needs to be encompassed in the well-being in a broad sense. So specifically saying that in a safety environment, we'd like to work in a healthy and happy manner. That's the purpose, and that is not only safety, but that is the well-being in a broad sense, including the safety and the health and well-being. Take a look at the chart, and Mr. Tsujita in the morning showed us the same table, and the safety means no physical harm, and the health means no physical illness or sickness, and well-being is no physical problem. Those are no-nos, right? So rather, we need to be heading to the more positive aspects, because the safety is freedom from risk, and reduce the risk so that we can behave in a healthy manner, not only not being ill, but we can work in a positive manner, and the well-being needs to be connected to the satisfaction and the reason for living with happy manner. So till now we are targeting the negative aspect, but we need to include the positive aspect as well when we establish goals. So you have an asterisk with well-being. That means the broad sense of well-being, physical, mental, and the mind. These three aspects are considered. Of course, we need to free ourselves from illness, and for physical, we need to be sound psychologically, and we need to be very well motivated. This is the broad sense of well-being. This is a new goal for us. That's the proposal. So new OSH values will change the society and the businesses, because in the past, the top management of a business tried to protect people, but instead respecting rules and protecting their well-being, we can improve the productivity as well. That will contribute to the better performance of well-being. Therefore, you will invest for better well-being and that will be also important for the society. Therefore, the broader sense of well-being should be the target for the OSH. So the top management needs to change their mindset. So there's another trend we are seeing supporting the idea, and that is a technical aspect, because we are seeing the possibility where the trend of the technology will be heading that direction, or the collaborative safety. The human things and environment needs to cooperate to achieve the holistic safety. So using ICT, we can achieve that. Human will send information, and the machine and the environment will send data, and collaborating among the three parties, we will materialize safety 2.0. Well, thanks to ICT, the broad sense of well-being will be possible, so the environment is ready for us. So the conclusion for today is very simple, and not only negative, but we need to think about the positive aspect for safety. So that is supported by the Vision Zero globally, and the technology is making it possible. And Japan is good at technology. Therefore, we'd like to support and spread Vision Zero. So from us, we'd like to disseminate and send the idea to the global society. Well, Safety 0.0. We call it the well-being tech. What we can do with it? Well, from human, we will send the physical status and the emotion as a data information. And from machine, we can obtain their function, and the machine intelligence will make it possible. And the environment has big data. So all those needs to be collaborated so that we will wipe up the positive, negative aspect, and we will promote the positive aspect as well. In total, that's my proposal for today. So those who are involved in safety needs to change our and your mind. It's not just negative, but we also include and add positive. That has been my opinion. Thank you very much. Dr. Mukai-dono, thank you very much for your excellent presentation. As you well know, the concept of safety has been just negative, but expanding it to the positive aspect, then we will improve and establish well-being. That is quite a new proposal. Thank you very much for that. Now, next, I'd like to invite the next speaker, who is from MHLW, Mr. Kamaishi. The 14th, the Industrial Accident Prevention Plan will be introduced. So in the morning, Ms. Ujita briefly mentioned, and would you please be informed furthermore about the plan? Mr. Kamaishi, please. Hello. Thank you for the kind introduction. I'm Kamaishi, Director of the Safety Division in the Industry Division at MHLW. I recognize that the recognition of the well-being in the workplace overlaps with the ensuring safety and health, and I'm doing my utmost to achieve the department's primary goal of ensuring the safety and health of workers. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration is promoting the Industrial Safety and Health Act, which celebrated the 50th anniversary last year, and it is stipulated that an occupational accident prevention plan must be formulated. I would like to introduce it. The Industrial Safety and Health Plan is a 5-year plan in which the Minister of the HLW set basic goals and the priorities for the prevention of the industrial accident. There are 3 aspects. The first is the voluntary efforts by the businesses. However, as said in 3, we take strong enforcement against employers who repeat accidents. The second is to address specific issues such as falls. These are the 8 prioritized measures in the plan. The goal is to reduce fatal accidents by 5% or more and the halt of the increasing trend of accidents resulting in death or injury. And the following slides shows the status of from 1 to 4 of the prioritized measures. The first priority is to raise awareness of voluntary engagement in safety and health measures. The government is committed to creating an environment where companies that engage in health and safety activities are recognized by society because such activities are positive for business in terms of management. And specifically, we will promote awareness of the certificate system to excellent health measures cooperation. Now, this industrial safety and health plan is for the Goal 3 and 8 of SDGs, and the Goal 3 includes well-being. So far, measures to prevent occupational accidents has been regarded as cost. However, as described here, we will promote a change in mindset so that we can proactively tackle this issue as a human investment. Now, the next section discusses the second priority. The falls are especially frequent among senior women. The rate of falls is 15 times higher for those in their 60s and older than for those in their 20s. The reaction of movement or unusual movement causes back pain, which also has a particularly high incidence rate among older women. This is an example of a fall accident. A worker fell on a wet floor. The following is another fall injury, and the employee tripped and fell, and he suffered a broken leg. I believe that the decline in physical function is part of the reason. Until now, fall hazard has not been well recognized in workplaces because they are also occurred daily life, but business has to be aware of it as a big risk. We would like businesses to not only create an environment that prevents falls, but also to check the risk and implement exercise programs and other measures. In addition, we would like employers to steadily carry out safety and health education, including for part-timers and the contract workers. Next, about the back injury. They are particularly frequent in the land freight and the health and hygiene industry, and it's on the rise. In nursing care, we ask for the introduction of no lifting care and the nursing care equipment, and for cargo handling, we would like to see the implementation of manual measures not to avoid manual labor. Next, the third priority measure, that is to prevent incident. The higher the age, the incident rate is going up, and the age 65 to 74 is twice as high for men and 3 times as high for women. This is an example of an accident involving an elderly woman. It was a fall, and the decline in physical function is thought to be a factor. And the MHLW developed the guidelines for the prevention of the occupational accident involving older workers. That is called a age-friendly guide. So we hope that the business will take measures based upon them. We like businesses to implement collaborative healthcare in which they work with health insurance societies and other medical insurer to promote health. The fourth priority is to cope with diverse work styles and promote measures to prevent industrial accidents involving foreign workers. The number of foreigner workers are increasing and the number of the occupational accidents are increasing accordingly. And since they are short in experience and their skill of the Japanese language is not sufficient, those could be the reason of these high number of accidents. In response to diverse work style, we would like business to implement measures based on various guidelines. Also, we want them to implement safety and health education for foreign workers to ensure that they fully understand while paying attention to language. Due to the time constraints, I could not explain the other four priority measures today, but I would like to ask to check the website of the MHLW. Thank you very much for your attention.
Mr. Kamaishi, thank you very much. And it's a very specific cases was also introduced, and it was very easy to understand at presentation. And at the same time, there are, to us, very informative keywords was included. So in order to achieve well-being, the safety, health ensured, and then beyond it, well-being will be achieved. And the plan for the labor disaster prevention activity and the business owners voluntary tackling of these kind of projects. It's very encouraging as one of those private sector members. I feel that's very encouraging. Thank you so much. Next will be Mr. Tatsuo Takeshige, Director of International Lecture Technology Standardization Division, Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, METI of Japan. And the theme is standardization for collaborative safety. Mr. Takeshige, the floor is yours. Thank you for your kind introduction. I am Tatsuo Takeshige, Director of International Electro Technology Standardization of Division, Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, METI of Japan. I have my reading notes, so I would first read. But I am honored to have this opportunity to introduce our international standardization of efforts related to collaborative safety, which I believe will contribute to people's well-being. And if I have some more time, extra time, I would explain some other additional things too. So it is said that the future will be a world of society 5.0. In the past, information society, society 4.0, knowledge and information were not shared, and cross-disciplinary collaboration was insufficient. And in Society 5.0, which aims to achieve both economic development and solutions to social challenges, the Internet of Things will connect all the people and things, and people and things share a variety of knowledge and information. Furthermore, coupled with the evolution of robotics technology, we will be able to obtain support from machines. This will free people from restriction on labor and the limitation of their ranges of activities. This means that people's possibilities expand, and the society will become a place where each individual can play one's active role comfortably. That is so said. One of the reasons for the need for such a society is the decline in Japan's working age population. The effective use of machines and robots will fill the shortage of labor has become an urgent issue for entire society, which is needed to be managed. And on the other hand, what must be respected above all else at production sites where machines and robots are used is the safety of the workers. While ensuring the safety of as the top priority, machines and robots must be used more effectively. A different approach is required to achieve this. The concept that embodies this is collaborative safety. By sharing information among people, things, and the environment, people and machines can coexist safely and collaborate to achieve safety. This concept is deemed applicable not only to manufacturing, but also a wider range of fields such as medicine and agriculture. We would like to introduce our efforts to standardize collaborative safety. The basic concept and necessity were presented in the white paper, Safety in the Future, by the IEC, an international standards organization. Currently, we are developing guidelines for safety-related risk assessment and risk reduction for collaborative safety system. In order to permeate the concept of collaborative safety, it is necessary to develop not only white papers and guidelines, but also further prepare standards such as specific requirements and conformities. We would like to make a practical contribution to people's well-being by firmly promoting these standards and by using collaborative safety implemented machines and robots. And we hope that everyone present at the conference will help enhance understanding of collaborative safety and provide cooperation and support on activities for standardization. That is what I prepared as manuscript. I given 3 minutes, so I would like to talk a little bit more. Standardization. So in the existing way of approach, the product specification and also the using the springs and the screws, deciding it was the standardization to standardize such components. But as a concept, like collaborative safety, those abstract concepts is like it's going to be an important role playing these kind of abstract concept standardization as well. The management system and service standardization, those are also here. But environment, so what kind of environment will be environment conservation? What's the standard? So human rights. What is the standard of the human rights? A new value axis. These mindsets should be standardized and make it in a specification and taking into our activities. Such projects are now working pretty much openly. And what's safety? And what's collaborative safety? This is going to be a very important concept, and it should be a global page-aligned situation. And based on that, manufacturing activities conducted. And as a result, other people's well-being might be enhanced and improved. So as a METI member in Japan, the standardization activity, how should we carry that out? We are now consolidating a policy, and by this summer, we are going to announce that or publicize that. And after this, as a METI member, we would carry out or implement these kind of policies to embody things. And this is something that would relate it to the top management decision. So please put that in mind. That is coming when you are making daily decisions. And there are some time minutes, but I would like to contribute that to the discussion time. So I would like to complete it, although I have 1 more extra minute. Thank you for your attention. Mr. Takeshige, thank you for your additional information provision. It was very impressive lecture presentation. As for your information, Mr. Takeshige has explained about the IEC white paper, Safety in the Future. The editing project member is also present. A couple of them are present in this venue. And seizing this opportunity, and wonderful, great white paper was completed by these editors, and I would like to seize this opportunity to extend my appreciation to the editors. This white paper and the publication of this white paper, the international standard. So without the electrotechnology standardization division support, we were not able to achieve it, publish this white paper. Internationally, it's widely known, this white paper, is because This is a good fruit or deliverables of that we were able to achieve this. So I would like to, I wanted to explain and introduce the contribution. Then Mr. Takeshige, thank you very much. Next presentation, we would like to move on. Next is Vice President of Occupational Safety, Siemens AG, Ms. Andresa Hernandez. The title of the lecture is Empowering Our People to Make Difference Through Culture and Innovation. So this is going to be her theme. Ms. Andresa, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the introduction. So it's a pleasure to be here once more in Japan. A little bit better. Yeah, good. So in Siemens, we have over 300,000 employees, more than 1,400 EHS professionals, environmental health and safety professionals all over the globe. So safety or health is not only a priority for me, it goes away to our innovation as foundation for us to succeed in the business that we operate, as we have a footprint almost everywhere, I always say to the people. Having this in our foundation, it's important for me to look this, how is Siemens doing, right? So let's see if it's working. So Siemens is a technological company. I think also same mentioned from Stuart this morning or in the first session this afternoon. We combine the real world with the digital world. Our strategy is really focused on addressing the big challenge that the world is facing: climate change, globalization, urbanization, demographic change, and all those that everybody is facing in the daily work. We have 4 priorities that is really guiding us all of our strategy, not only for health, not only for the business, but also for health and safety. First one is the customer impact. We anticipate what our customers need, so we really are looking to the future, deliver things in the present. Technology with purpose. Yeah? We really embed this innovative technology that has been our core since the beginning of Siemens more than 170 years ago. And this will bring with us for the future. We have this, it's core from everything that we do, and I will show in a couple of slides how we translate this to safety aspect. We also empower our people, because driving progress through empower our customer, empower our own people, our employees, contractors, and everybody that is work with on our behalf. The last but not less important is the growth mindset. Rather than make the yesterday last, it's important for us to be committed to build the tomorrow, to build resilience to our people, to have this long life learning as develop and look into the future. How do we do this for the health and safety of our people? Here you can see the main principles of our health and safety program. In the past, we used to have two programs, safety and health. Now we combine that because we look to people. Our global program is about empower our people to lead better, to learn from each other, to foster their well-being, and, of course, innovate in terms of health and safety. Each of us, each person, has its own talent, and this skills, expertise that everybody can bring in to build the future and to build the today. We understand that the world around us has changed completely, And we need to address this by making our people think also through this lens, look into this as how we do our work today, look to our performance and our commitment to the society. We encourage our people to live these 5 principles that you can see here. But in addition to these, we have our reality check. That's where we assess where we are, where we contextualize the situation, because there is no longer one fits all when it comes to health and safety. We need to understand that well-being or the health and safety of the people needs to take into account where they are operating, what are their challenges, where are their pain points, as I always say to my folks. We have also the resilience health and safety management strategy, because to manage and mitigate the risk, to seize the opportunities to improve, we need to ensure that we have an innovative approach, that we provide the flexibility needed to manage the risks, identifying strategy, imagine the design of work, not only for the today's, but also to the future. And of course, we all are evaluating things. We just can improve if we understand how we are performing. And this matter is not about only metrics, but is learn what we know and what we need to know in the future. To ensure that, we are really, you work a lot with data-driven approach, but also using the growth mindset to ensure that we can measure the results that are meaningful to our organization. Our program is designed not only to be implemented in a global scale, but is tailored that every single location all over the world can implement and can amend this, can tailor this for their own needs, for their own necessity. But how are we empower our people? Empower our people is just the starting. Because the slogan of our program is that you can make the difference. We are also accelerate the capabilities of our people in harness digital technologies to control risks through digital safety transformation. As I said before, we have 1,400 EHS professionals all over the globe. A lot of experts in health, safety, well-being, psychological safety, and you can name it, everything around environmental protection. But the new technologies are still a little bit a black box for some of us. Yeah? So we are working to improve the digital literacy of our EHS professionals. So we had a partnership with the Safety Innovation Academy from Australia, with Cameron Stevens, where we are delivering 6-month period webinars and also some digital learn paths for each of our employees. It's of course it's an offer. Yeah, we are not saying you have to, but it's an amazing opportunity to look how we can advance health and safety by using technology. We cannot say we achieve one level in most of our organizations that the next lap in performance, we need to make a good use of technology. But as Siemens has in its principles, technology with purpose. So we need to understand the purpose of the technology that we are implementing. Data-driven. We are a global business in a global environment that's characterized by disruption, change, volatility. So data is crucial for us. It's crucial for taking decisions. It's crucial to define our investments. It's crucial to define where we are going, what are our pain points. So we need to flag emergent risks, and the data can really support us to connect. But data isolated, this means nothing. We need to collect the data and put this into a context. As I said, translate to where our people operate, where they are located, what is their social interactions there. And this, of course, leads to our safety innovation. Our safety innovation is really fostering this mindset, a safe space where our people can try things. So we enhance our people capability. We look to the data and say, how do we translate this into actions? We apply Siemens Tech know-how to really lead the transition to people well-being as one of our key elements in our ESG strategy, and provide this safe space, this platform that people can try and people can really experiment in a safe space in new technology and learn from that. Here are some examples. And I could bring thousands of other slides or examples, but the time is already up. So I want to just bring here laser. We have the picture here of Jack. Jack is our virtual reality where we design the work considering digital twin. We have also our video surveillance app where we put augmented reality to see if people are using their PPEs, for example. We went to remote audit during the pandemic, and we stick to that because of how it's supporting us. And we have also a new AI for ergonomic analysis that reduces a lot the time invested to do ergonomic risk assessment. And I could go on and on. So it's important that we use technology, but we translate how this can improve the health and safety of our people. My contact, if you want to exchange ideas on how to advance health and safety, well-being, use technology, I'm always up for that. So thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you very much, Ms. Andresa. The Siemens is the famous global company, and like as title shows, the company culture and utilize the innovation in full scale. Depending on each lifestyle, and have measures to match with each lifestyle is necessary. I felt by your presentation. I think those will be referenced by the audience. Thank you very much. And then we'll go to the final presenter. Sumitomo Life Insurance Company from Mr. Fujimoto. It's really called WAS, Well-being as a Science. Building a WAS ecosystem, new well-being business expanding from vitality. It's a kind of a unique presentation, I expect. The floor is yours. I'm the Open Innovation Incorporated Venture Capital responsible person. I'm Ms. Fujimoto from Sumitomo Life Insurance Company. I came from Tokyo, and Sumitomo has both headquarters in Tokyo and Osaka. And why the life insurance companies here? You might be interested in a vision in 2030, 30 years, from a life insurance company to provide a well-being company. We have a vision to expand it, our scale. And what kind of ecosystem we are going to create that? This is the concept of my presentation. First of all, this is created, the vision established 7 years ago. It's on the front page. Our business is to contribute to the society. It's a unique company, but the contribute to the public welfare is changing as the time goes by. In the Showa era, it's to fatal risk and disease risk. It's providing financial well-being services. That was how the life insurance company goes. But in the current era, starting from 30 years ago, not just life expectancy, but live healthily is important. But this life insurance is to prepare for the risk, but have no capability to reduce risk. Then how do you find that? So we started a Vitality. It was invented in South Africa to prepare the risk, but reduce the risk as well. This is the physical well-being. So it's going to be 3-step and promote health and achieve well-being. First, know your health, improve your health, and enjoy the rewards. And if you check the health online, you can have some points. Or if you go to the golf course, you can have some points. And you can get points more and more. And you achieve annual status. Depending on your status, what will happen is that your premiums will change. The initial premiums was discounted by 15%. And this is used the loss aversion system. This 15% discount. If you work more, the premium will reduce. If you're not, the premium will rise. So if the people want to take a right or come reward, people wouldn't want to lose. Then if you don't want to lose, they want to work more to be health, then the premium will reduce. The social medical cost will reduce as well. But not so many people can get one reward. There are some other rewards like Expedias and other multiple rewards. So you can enjoy and get rewards. This is a system of Vitality, especially in that not only the annual goal, but we have a weekly goal. We have some discount. It's a logic of the activity challenge. If you work hard weekly and have a roulette, and you can have a Starbucks coupon, and so that people can work healthily. So if we pick out from the life insurance program and provide it in standalone, we are cooperating with Osaka government and enjoying this. 50,000 people are enjoying, and then not only free of charge and turn into business. So this program will be standalone. You don't have to get a premium, but just get health. So like businesses or municipal government or valuable customers can receive this. This is our business. So we have doing some data analysis. So we want to be more in this current Reiwa era. It's called the well-being life expectancy, not just health and live long, but we want to be mentally health and physically health. So at some point, if some want to be financially well-being, you can just have a premium. And this is what we call the WAS, the ecosystem of well-being as a service. At top shows the healthier lifestyle. Of course, the physical health is important. And not only the people who is healthy and the mentally health can be happy. That's not the point. No one cannot be left behind is important. So we are going to create a service, and we are creating a service as a part of the innovation. For example, avoid the prevention critical illness, which we have a collaboration with the Prevent, the startup company, and we put prevention of critical illness or lifestyle-related disease, and we provide some lifestyle-related diseases, and for high risk. And with a low risk and middle risk people, we will provide some health promotion services or precaution services, like for having children or to be pregnant. It is one of the options. Then to have some advices and to have check to be pregnant or not. And these are one of the service. And those businesses just have started. Or some child care robot. This is a communication robot. It's a cute robot. And the child care is not to be isolated. So it's a serious issue. Have a good communication and deliver it and care a child happily and enjoyable. And I cannot provide all of the example. The women felt some ill health, and this is a service that provided to the businesses. Or, for example, people who have disabilities for inclusion services, called the training program. We have some member of the NPO in Singapore and working with some global companies called Talent Accelerator Program with some efforts with the get fund investment from corporate initiative. And so with the municipal government and businesses, our such well-being service, the health promotion services, we like to challenge it. Thank you very much for today. Thank you very much, Mr. Fujimoto. Thank you very much for interesting lecture. The well-being for workers for training tend to be only sports, but you're a life insurance company looking from a wide range of point of view, especially well-being life expectancy, a keyword, very keyword for the future, I think. So, very interesting speech. Thank you very much. And the Roundtable C presentation are finished. And when I look at the watch, it's just 1 minute or so is left. So not just a free discussion, but I like to set out one theme for discussion, and I like to have some opinion from the speakers, opinion from the speakers. So then, from each of you, I like to ask some question, like a confirmation, as mentioned. Safety, unsafe or safe. For example, be electrified or not, painful or not, injured or not, like a kind of a digitalization evaluated by like 0-1. But what about the well-being? It's just kind of a digitally evaluated thing. Some people say that well-being is wonderful, you should do that, but some people say it is not. So well-being itself should be standardized. So in that situation, what kind of is there any measurement? Is there any yardstick to measure the well-being? And if you have any idea or some thought, I would ask simply answer or opinion from speaker. First, I'd like to hear from Kaidono.
Well, safety is physically defined to some extent, and the healthiness, well, depending on the person, but there are common aspects. How about well-being? That's an aspect of mind, therefore it varies. We have to accept that fact first. However, there are many factors, and which factors needs to be measured and evaluated. Well-being in my company, in my country, we would like to prioritize this factor and that factors. There's no obligatory choice, but instead it's up to a company or country where you prioritize one or some factors. I see. Thank you. Well, now I'd like to ask Mr. Kama Ishii if you have any idea about the measurement of well-being. Well, what worries me for a long time is the definition of well-being is not clear. So that's a complaint. So I asked the minister, the bureau, but we are in trouble. However, the physical, mind, and the social wellness, the definition they said. So each factor needs to be measured by what? For physical, that's safety and the number of the occupational accident and the time for work could be the indicator. And for physical or for mental, the harassment needs to be avoided and by the appropriate measures. And society, that's difficult. Social aspect is difficult, and the other department and under the minister, they try to be equal for any demography, and LGBT countermeasures came up. So these indicators may be the criterion to measure well-being. So the 14th plan I introduced is a little bit different from the previous ones because we have to implement different activities, and the result needs to be measured by output indications, and what percentage the injury will be reduced by 15% from the increase. So that's our goal. So numerical targets are raised by the governmental bodies. So that is tough for us, of course, but it will lead to the next countermeasures. I hope that I answered the question. Thank you for the valuable answer. And Mr. Takeshige, if you have any opinion, could you share? Well, as for the question, of course, I have no script, therefore this is my personal opinion. But for me, well-being is the value of yourself, what you think the right, and that should be respected by others. In order to respect it or being respected, we need a tool that is well-being. So for that, what we can do, what new values and new access is born, then each individual has different values, then the society needs to be accepted by standardization. We need a consensus to them. Otherwise, it will not serve as a standard, but these new values would be standardized and everybody accepted in a community. That process will be the value for living and the well-being of individual, I think. So that has been my comment. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. So, Andrea-san, do you have any comment?
So I'm quite skeptical about measuring things, especially because it depends on the context where you are measuring can have a completely different meaning, especially if you start to compare indicators from one place to another. As I said in my presentation, I really believe that we need to contextualize the numbers. So well-being is not an easy topic. There is so many players that can influence the perception of well-being. So it's hard. We need to think twice, especially all the organizations that are influenced, because once we set kind of indicators for that, we start to compare apples with bananas. Although they are all fruits, they are very much different. So I think this leads us to all the difficult indicators that we have for health and safety, where, for example, if you're a safe company or not is measured by the number of incidents that you have. That's quite a bit no sense from my point of view. So the safety is absence of incidents is just this that define, or how we would define well-being, I think was brought here. That is a very broad definition of what well-being for different people. What is the well-being for people who live in Japan? What is the well-being for people who live in Africa? What's the well-being for people in Americas? So we need to be careful and put effort not on measuring it, but make it is a reality to everybody.
Vielen Dank.
Thank you very much. Mr. Fujiki, would you please? Well, we are an insurance company handling data, and the visualization of well-being is a big concern for us. However, the visualization in the recent one is Q&A, like where are you on the ladder, or the brochure.
And from a personal point of view, as mentioned, it's like a well-being test. We like to measure by technology, but in that situation, there are two challenges. One is definition. The definition, as Dr. Mukaidono mentioned, they each can have its own definition. We can have a definition as their own life and define as their well-being. Each can have a different definition. Second challenge is what time span should we create? The instant happiness for 1 week, for 1 year, this definition is very difficult. So we, in the well-being tech, we like to have a resolution. It will be very happy for us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very interesting comment. And audience will have be helpful to get some idea on it. So the time is already up. So I'd like to close the section C. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And please give a big applause to all of the presenters. Thank you very much.